everyone, welcome to another vlog. We just arrived here in New York. If you're not sure what I'm doing here in New York, I am here for my in-laws. They're basically celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. We will be attending their celebration tomorrow evening. So we got in, the day before to acclimate, to relax a little bit. And since both my husband and I are from New York, we're just excited to be back and take it all in. So it's been a long travel day. We were originally going to fly into Newark. That is a total mess. And instead of chancing it, we changed our flight or canceled our flight to Newark on United and switched it over to Delta. And so we landed at JFK. And JFK, which I've been avoiding, is under construction. So we had to take a shuttle bus to get to our Lyft driver, which is totally fine. But JFK is so big, the bus ride was actually quite long. And then the ride from JFK to the hotel was quite long because we landed basically during rush hour. So it took us about, from the moment we landed to the moment we stepped into our hotel, about 2.5 hours. So it's just been kind of a long day. It's very rainy here in New York. So I've just been sitting here kind of like just settling in. We are staying at the Beekman in the financial district, which is really cool, really cool. I really like this room. We weren't able to get upgraded. They seem to be full this week. I think there's a lot going on in New York this week, actually. I think commencement is going on. So a lot of graduation happenings, I think. That's my guess. It's always around this time in May. And so when that happens, between NYU, New School, all the SUNYs, all the CUNYs, Columbia, all the hotels are booked. So anyway, it's packed here. We weren't able to get an upgrade, but it's totally fine because our room is fine. And we were just sitting here trying to figure out what to eat for dinner. It's not just raining out, it's pouring out. So we were trying to find some place in the neighborhood. So we just went onto Google Maps and we mapped this place, which I think, I'm 99.9% sure it's actually in the hotel. So even better. So we have about 45 minutes until we have to head down for dinner. I'm getting hungry, but I'm not starving yet. But we're gonna be hitting La Gratin, a Daniel Boulud restaurant. So excited for that. There's also a Colicchio restaurant here too, called Temple Bar, I believe. So a number of good restaurants right here in the hotel, which is really nice. But I think my husband and I, we just want to get the New York basics. We definitely want to get a slice of pizza, just a slice, which we didn't realize is such a novel thing to just be able to get a slice or two instead of a whole pie. So I think we'll be doing that at some point. And a bagel, of course. Definitely gonna grab a bagel. And that's it. We will be dining out with not just my in-laws, but my husband's family, since they're all kind of here in town, a total of 3 times. I think one place is gonna be a Chinese restaurant, one place is gonna be a Greek restaurant. So we have those 2 cuisines covered. Tonight we're doing French. So yeah, we're gonna keep the variety going. But I'm just going to relax a little bit. I'll probably change. Will I put on makeup? I probably need to, but I probably won't. But I do need to change. I'm in travel clothing. I've got my Aloe quarter zip on and my Amazon barrel leg sweatpants. So I definitely need to change and kind of freshen up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and relax before we head down. am feeling so much more alive. Gosh, when did I last chat with you? I think when I was getting ready for dinner. Well, we went down to dinner. Sorry, I should play back the footage, but I'm not that together at this moment. But I think I left you when we got in, and I just needed to like take a breather, and we went downstairs for dinner. So dinner was great. We went to La Groton, and it is a Daniel Boulud like French bistro. So good, so good. I had the chicken liver mousse, which is so decadent, but it's one of my favorite things in the entire world. So I had that, and then I had their special pasta dish because it's ramps season, and it was like this cavatelli pasta in a ramp, like very light cream sauce with some greens. It was a delight. It was an absolute delight. And then we came upstairs, passed out, and we woke up and just had breakfast downstairs in the bar room. I believe it's what it's called. It's the bar room, and it's a Tom Colicchio bar room, and I think there's like the Temple restaurant. And I was really confused because back in the day there was a Temple bar on 4th Ave, like just north of Houston, I think between Houston and Bleecker, and they were known for their Cosmos. Is that still there? I don't think that's still there. I mean, this is like more than 20 years ago. But I saw that name and it just reminded me of that place. I used to go there all the time. Me and my friends would meet up there at the Temple Bar. Anyway, so we just had breakfast down there. I had a delicious egg white omelet, coffee, a side of fresh berries, which I highly recommend. So good. And my husband, I think, had like the Beekman breakfast. It's like the standard breakfast with like eggs and a meat and some hash browns or something, which he seemed to really enjoy as well. So anyway, we're just back up in the room, and I'm trying to decide what to do. I did want to work out because that always helps me with jet lag. Not that it's that bad. It's only a 3-hour difference between New York and Vegas, but just to like, you know, just to acclimate. Also, it's not sunny out at all, so it makes it even harder to kind of acclimate without like the sunshine and all of that. It's like super duper cloudy. So I think I'm gonna work out a little bit, and then my husband wants to go down. It's so funny. I was asking him, I'm like, where do you want to go eat? Like when we were in New York, and he was like, I want to get udon, which is such a like a lunchtime thing to do. I used to get ramen all the time. He would get udon because like all the delis here would make it, and I was like, really? You just want udon? And he's like, he can't find like a really good like lunchtime kind of udon place in Vegas. So there's just this place he used to go to all the time when we were, it's a chain even. So anyway, there's one down here. We're gonna do that for lunch. And then I think I just need to work today, which is fine because tonight is the anniversary party at the boathouse. So I think we're just gonna do that for lunch, work out, and then all my other time I think I'm just gonna spend working. I didn't get a chance to like edit all the videos I wanted to edit and blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna do that today. And then hopefully I'll have like the rest of the weekend that we're here. Hopefully I'll be done and can enjoy the rest of the weekend. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. I'm just trying to think, do I just like go work out now? I think I should just get that over with. Okay, we are heading out for lunch. We are going to Essen, which is the place that my husband likes to get udon. And I actually have to go and try and find an SD card reader. I left mine at home, so I was editing, and I got to a point where I had to get footage off of my SD card, and I was like, I can't get it off. I can't get it off one. Well, there's plenty of places for us to stop by and grab one, so we'll be looking for that as well. ready for the anniversary party, the reason why we are here, and I thought I would get ready with you guys. I'm gonna start with my Forever Glow Star Filter. I think I'm just gonna wear this as my base and then throw on maybe some concealer or something. I've got my BK Beauty 101 brush. This is the travel version. So just pumped out 2 pumps. And how's the lighting in here? I actually think it's pretty decent. And oh, there is actually a ring light. Let's see what that... Oh, that looks scary. Okay, let's not do that. Just going to maybe pump out just a little smidgen more. I just have to share with you guys, I am feeling really pudgy. Can't think of a better word, just really pudgy. I feel like I'm really bloated. And I don't, I haven't been eating great, but I haven't been like completely off the rails. So I don't know if it's just menopause stuff. I don't know if it's HRT. I don't know if it's from traveling. But anytime I eat anything, it could be a salad, a steak, eggs, like anything, I just feel like immediately like bloated. And it doesn't really go down like quickly at all. It'll probably take like all day, but then I'm eating my meals. Like maybe when I wake up is the only time I feel like relatively okay. Anyway, blah blah blah. So I've got a skirt on. I'll show you what I'm wearing when I'm done, but I've got a skirt on right now and it just feels like kind of like just to the point where it's tight enough that it's gonna be like distracting. I don't know. I have a pair of pants. I may switch into the pants because those are a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I've got the Star Filter on, and then I'm gonna throw on my Clé de Peau concealer. So I've got beige and ivory, and I think I'm gonna do ivory because I am so pale. I also have these bags under my eyes from traveling. I don't know, this time around I just feel like I'm not really bouncing back, almost like I've just eaten like way too much sodium or something, which is possible because you don't really know when you go out to eat. You really don't know the content of the food, but that's how I'm feeling, just like really puffy in every way. I've got my Givenchy Prism Libre pressed powder in number 3. Just want to set my under eyes, so I've got my Surratt brush here. I can't remember, this is like the Grand, I can't remember the name of this brush, but I'll link it down below if you're interested, but it's got the perfect shape for under eye. It's also extremely soft. I'm just going to, set all that down. I don't want to powder my whole face because I like that Star Filter glow. And I feel like I need a lot of glow today. And I've got my Suede and Sable from Westman Atelier. This is one of the powder blush duos. And I've got my BK Beauty 103 brush. And I'm gonna go into the Sable side and use that as a bronzer. Then I'm gonna take my Refer number 5 brush, go into the Suede side. And then what? I have a little bit of highlighter here with my Chanel Iridescent Illuminating Fluid. I don't think I need it with this Dior Star Filter, so I'm just gonna forego highlighter. Dior Onset Brow Gel. And then I did bring a few eyeshadow options. So I've got the Chantecaille Duo in Silver Willow. You guys have seen that. You definitely have seen this. This is the Chanel Brum Talpa. I have the new Dior Brown Cashmere, one of my new favorites, so couldn't leave home without that. And then I did bring an oldie but goodie. This is the Taupe Craze Lancome Quint. This guy. I actually put this on last night, so I think I want to just do something simple. I think maybe I'll just do the Chantecaille because I'm wearing a dark gray blazer, and I think that'll go really nicely. So I've got my Isom S33 brush, and I'm gonna go into the matte shade. I'm gonna use this the outer corners here. I'm going to take this Sonia G Worker brush and go into the metallic side. I think I forgot an eyeliner. I was kind of digging around my makeup bag last night before we went out for dinner quickly, and I didn't see one, and I'm remembering now that I think I forgot to pack one. I'm gonna have to use one of the other eyeshadows that I have and use one of the dark shades as an eyeliner. I guess I'll use the, oh, you know what I could use is the sponge tip applicator in the Dior Quint and this brown shadow here. Let's try that. Got my inimitable Chanel waterproof mascara. I think it has finally stopped raining, at least for now, here in New York. I think it's like drizzling in areas, but it was torrentially downpouring yesterday. I think that has passed. I've got my Endless Cacao Makeup Forever pencil. Then my lips have really been loving this Dr. McCrean Actives High Performance Lip Filler. So I've been putting that on first. It's a very thin, almost like a serum, and this is tinted in the color pink, but it's very, very light. But what I like to do is then kind of like lock it in with a gloss. So I brought my Chanel Noche Moscata. All right, I think makeup is done. I have to remember to bring this combo with me. And I'm gonna put on my jewelry and the rest of my outfit, and I'll be right back. Okay, here is my outfit. So I've got my We Are 4 cropped blazer on and my Loewe, this skirt, the one with the elastic waist, which is helpful today. And then I brought my Chanel crossbody because I had some other options. I kept changing like my shoes or whatever. I've got my Alaya fishnet flats because to get to the boathouse in Central Park, you have to like walk into the park. So I didn't want to wear heels. I didn't want to wear anything even slightly uncomfortable. And these I feel like would be actually great in the rain because they're fishnet. So anyway, I kept changing my shoes, then I kept changing my bag, whatever. This is what I ended up with. So we're actually gonna take the subway up there because, you know, the rain plus cabs or Uber, Lyfts or whatever usually ends up being a nightmare. So we're just gonna grab the subway up and then walk over into Central Park. Oh, I should grab a jacket. What should I grab? Okay, I'm just throwing on my new Prada windbreaker. I love this. It's actually perfect for this weather. I just realized I threw it on over my bag. That's fine, actually. You know this Chanel bag? This is the Mini 22. I love this bag, but it's not great for New York because it's just wide open like this. I wish they had like a button closure, but they don't. So you know what? This is actually more secure. Okay, awesome. All right, we are ready to go. So we've made it to Central Park. I'll probably vlog some of the pretty things that we're passing, but I'm gonna stop vlogging. I won't be vlogging the party because it's family and I wanna be present. And I also think it may be weird. We're walking through some mud. Oh, we're by the Alice in Wonderland statue. Good morning. Hello, friends. Well, it is another rainy day here in New York. I guess I was hoping for a little reprieve, which we actually got yesterday on the way to the party. It was actually kind of sunny. It was still very muggy and kind of humid, but it wasn't actively raining, which was actually really nice for the party. So anyway, the party was great. It was so much fun. It was a little bit difficult to like say hi to everyone. The music was really loud, which was so much fun. My mother-in-law loves to dance, so she was just out on the dance floor the whole time, which was, it was just nice to see. It was nice to see her and everyone, of course, like just having a really good time. So it was great. It was great to be in Central Park. I've not been in Central Park in so long. And I was reminded, you know, we were walking, I don't know, we entered at the Children's Gate at like, where is that, 75th Street and 5th Avenue? We entered in there and then, you know, you just kind of like walk up to the boathouse, which is probably parallel to like 77th, maybe? It's like south of the Met. Anyway, we had, you know, a nice walk in there, and there's a big loop in Central Park, and it is about a 10K if you do like the full loop. And I used to run that loop all the time, and there were all these people like biking, of course runners, people walking, and it just brought back so many memories. I mean, I used to run a lot. There would be races on the weekends. I probably went to every single one for like a good, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years. Yeah, and it just brought back so many memories. It was really, really nice. So anyway, we, you know, attended the party, then we walked out of the park at night, and just caught a cab and came back down. And our plan this morning was to wake up early and then to go to the Met. And my husband and I both were so tired. I think we just weren't able to fall asleep very quickly because of the jet lag. And I think we were excited, you know, from the party, and we just did not go to sleep like early at all. And then I woke up at like 3 in the morning. Like I was just like all screwed up. So anyway, did not go to the Met this morning. We had breakfast downstairs, and we're probably gonna be, you know, we were talking about how we wanna get like a bagel and everything, which we may still do. But for our stay here, if you book through, you know, Amex Platinum, I've talked about this before, you get like a breakfast, some money towards breakfast or whatever. So we have $30 per person for breakfast if you dine downstairs at the bar room. So I'm like, we have to take advantage of that. So we're going to be having breakfast here in the hotel every morning. So we did that. We came back here. My husband actually like napped for a little bit, and I had to finish editing a video, which I did. And we're trying to figure out what to do for lunch. Because we were going to walk over to Brookfield Place, which is basically the World Financial Center, and go to PJ Clark's, because now Vegas has like every single type of food you can think of, just every single type of food at all times in every form. And I actually think the Asian food in general is better in Vegas, like the Vietnamese food, the Thai food. I feel that's like all better in Vegas. Some sushi sometimes. The Chinese food I like in New York better. The Korean food I'd say is actually pretty similar, but I've just had more Korean food. I don't know, actually. Korean food, because the K-Town here is really good. I'd actually say it's pretty comparable. Anyway, what was my point in saying all of that? My point in saying all of that was there are like just like a handful of things that you or we cannot get in Vegas. We just have not been able to find in Vegas. And one thing is like an Irish pub burger. And there's a couple of Irish pubs, and we looked for them when we first moved to Vegas. But we went to these Irish pubs, we ordered the burger, and the burger was decent, but they weren't like the New York City, like Irish pub burger, where it's like giant and the meat is really, really like chopped up finely, and like the bun is just like soaked through. And the big steak fries, you just can't find that in Vegas. Again, there's like Irish pubs and there's pubs, but the burgers are not the same. So anyway, we were gonna walk over to Brookfield Place. Sorry, that's where I was going. We were gonna walk over to Brookfield Place because they have a PJ Clark's. And PJ Clark's, there's like one in Midtown, And my husband and I were reminiscing about how that was such a big, either like after work or lunchtime place to go. And we haven't been since we moved. So we were going to walk over there. But now that it's like pouring, it's not just raining, it's like pouring out. I don't want to do that. I want to walk over. So I don't know if we're going to find something just in the neighborhood, or even just downstairs at the hotel. I mean, I would like to get out and about, but it's really coming down. And I was just looking at the forecast. It's going to get worse for the next like 3 to 4 hours. So, I mean, we could take a car, but once it starts raining, it's hard to get a car, whatever, there's surge pricing. So, I don't know. Also, it's just water. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know, we'll see. But my husband's showering now. I have to shower as well. And then we'll see where the day takes us. We are off to meet my in-laws, the whole family, the family that's flown in from the DR and Puerto Rico and where else? All around the States, shall we say. Anyway, we're all meeting at our in-laws' favorite Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, which is within walking distance. And thankfully, it has stopped raining. So we're just gonna walk up there. Shouldn't take us more than like 10, 15 minutes, but I will let you know what? Actually, I'm realizing I have vlogged from this restaurant once before. I can't remember the name of it. I'll know it when I see it, but it's like way underneath, I think the Manhattan Bridge. Yeah, way underneath the Manhattan Bridge. I think near like East Broadway. Anyway, that's where we're going tonight. I'm gonna be taking you guys along. And my outfit, I'm wearing that black nylon Prada like bowling shirt, and my Celine anorak, my YSL pants, my Alaya flats, and that's it. Ready to head on out. Good morning. Good morning. I have spoken already. So, okay, well, I'm still in bed. I'm still in bed, obviously. We did go down for breakfast. We've come back up. My husband's getting ready. What we're going to try and do is get to the Met today, and then we have to meet his family for lunch. And this is the last family gathering that we're going to be having. So, lunch is in Midtown. So we figure we'll go up to the Met and then maybe walk down if we have time. That would really be great. It's supposed to be cloudy and then like clear up today with no rain. So I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And last night I didn't vlog when we got back here, right? No. Last night was great. The food was great. So good. And then we went to Chinatown Ice Cream Factory, which is a place that I went to as a kid. I mean, it's been there forever. I think it's changed location. I think it's changed locations possibly. Maybe not, actually. It could be. It's on Bayard Street. Anyway, went there. I had black sesame ice cream. My favorite. And then we just walked back to the hotel and we were, happy, full, sleepy. So we just passed out. And here we are. So that was last night. And then yeah, I figured let's just do it. I'm done with pretty much, I have a little bit of work left to do, but I'm pretty much done with my work. So we just wanted to kind of, enjoy the day. Again, it's like the last meal we're having with his family. Everyone is pretty much leaving like tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, or the next day. Yeah, so this is like the last, the last meal we're having. I have pretty much lost my voice because not only has there been a lot of talking, with family, but we end up at these places that are so loud. So Thursday night at the boathouse, it was a party, right? So of course the music was loud or whatever. And so we were trying to talk to one another. You're screaming. And then last night, it was just sort of a typical New York City restaurant. So it was loud. And my husband's Apple Watch kept going off because the decibels were getting into like the 80s. And it was like, warning, loud. He was like, this is how loud it is. So anyway, screaming. Yeah, so my throat like hurts a little bit. My voice is hoarse. I don't know if you guys can tell. My voice is very hoarse. And we've got this one last meal, which I have a feeling is going to be loud also. We're going to Avra, which is an estiatorio on 48th or 49th, like right in Midtown, for lunch. So yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be kind of loud, which is fine. It's so great. My husband's family is, they're so lovely. They're just so much fun. They're just a lot of fun. So it's really nice. So yeah, so our plan hopefully is to go up to the Met and then walk down to the restaurant. And then we have basically like the rest of the day. Once we get to the Met and I see the Dandy show at the Costume Institute and then the John Singer Sargent, those are the two exhibits I want to see. That's pretty much like all I wanted to do here in the city. I was like, I just want to make it to the Met. I just want to see those two shows. Other than that, I don't really care. We're probably going to get a bagel for breakfast tomorrow. We've been having breakfast here at the hotel, but we're probably going to get a bagel tomorrow morning. And then I feel like all of the food has been crossed off my list. My husband had pizza without me, so I may need to grab some New York pizza. I'm gonna get ready once my husband is done. I have to say I'm not used to the humidity, living in Vegas now, and it is uncomfortable until you get used to it. And now that I'm kind of used to it again, it really is. It's so much more pleasant than the extreme arid dryness of Las Vegas, because weird things pop up. I'm not going to bore you with every little thing, but just cuticles, my cuticles, I have like terrible incessant hangnails, which I never had. And I've noticed that my hands, I don't really have cuticle issues, where at home, so long as I keep moisturized, it's okay. But if I forget to moisturize my hands, one day I'll wake up and I'll have peeled back cuticles. And here, I haven't really been moisturizing my hands. I haven't really been thinking about it. And my hands are fine. And I'm like, that's the dryness in Vegas. That's the dryness. And also my nose, just my just like my breathing passage here. Usually, again, sorry, TMI, but like I'll wake up and sometimes it's, it's a little bloody or whatever just from the dryness. None of that here at all. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Anyway, why am I talking about moisture levels between Vegas and New York?
Save me. Why won't you save me? You gave me your whole self. I gave you help. All you need is yourself. You don't need my help. No one's help. You don't need my help. All you need is yourself. You said that you can't trust a word that I've said, and I can't even burn it. I know that it's hard to forget what I've said, and I can't even burn it. You said you could live without me now. Don't know how to take it. Without you here, who would I become? I'm afraid of changing. But can't you see all the change I've made? All the change I've made. All the change I've made. And can't you see that the clouds were a phase? That the clouds were a phase. I gave you hell.
Well, that was incredible. There's a helicopter above. That was incredible. The two exhibits that I wanted to see were really great. The Dandyism, John Singer Sargent, highly recommend. Really, really wonderful. So we have a little bit of time before we have to meet everyone for lunch. So we're gonna stop by Butterfield Market, which is right up here. They have a lot of goodies. I'm sure you guys have come across them on Instagram, but I think I have my heart set on some frozen yogurt, possibly. Good morning. It's actually good afternoon, but we're just venturing out of the hotel now. Ooh, it's windy. I hope you guys can hear me. So we slept in this morning. Wow, were we tired. I think from all the festivities, all the walking around, we were just exhausted. Anyway, we are now heading over to Essa Bagel. They have a new location on Broadway, which I'm really excited for, so we're gonna hit that for some breakfast.
E tudo vai ficar bem. E tudo vai ficar bem.
Alright, so we had our Essa Bagel. We went back to, there's another bagel shop opening up here. Sorry, I distract easily. So we went back to our hotel, rested a little bit, and I showered. Obviously, my hair is still wet because we are going to take the ferry from Wall Street over to Long Island City, which is where we lived before we moved to Vegas. So we just wanted to see how it's changed. I've only been back there, I don't know, maybe a couple of times since I moved, but I think it was all pre-COVID. So it's really been a long time that my husband hasn't been back at all. And every time we drive by, I mean, there's like a whole new skyline in Long Island City. So we're like, let's just go back there. And it's a nice day. We thought it'd be nice to take the ferry. We were thinking about walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, but last night, a big sailboat ran into the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't think anyone was hurt. I hope no one was hurt. But we were like, let's not do that. And maybe close, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, we're gonna hop on the ferry. Can I have the phone number for you? Good morning. It is our last day here. I'm very sad. In fact, my husband was like, let's just send for Butters and we can stay. But we are leaving actually very late tonight. Our flight isn't until like 9:30. Anyway, we have a late checkout, which is really nice. We don't have to check out until 4 p.m., which is lovely. Really, really lovely. So I took my time this morning, had a lovely breakfast, just showered, and now I'm going to do a little bit of skincare here. I've got my Sisley Essential Skincare Lotion. Oops. And I actually just put in the Orbe Baume d'Or in my hair and completely finished it up. I was starting to hear the like death squirt right before we left, and I was like, awesome, I can probably finish it, and I did. I just finished it. I like unscrewed the top and like got all of it out. So awesome. Don't have to bring that bottle home. I'm gonna put on the Amorvitsa Elixir for serum, and I think before we have to, you know, pack and get out of here, we're gonna stop by Printemps, which is the new department store, new French department store that opened up at 1 Wall Street here. And I think when they opened, they had a line to get in, which I don't really understand because it's a big department store. Hopefully it won't be that dramatic, but I've been wanting to go, and yeah, I'm just excited to see how different the financial district has become. I mean, so much of New York has changed since we moved. I mean, it has been 8 years. And when my husband and I went over to Long Island City yesterday, we just couldn't believe, just like how many huge buildings have popped up since we left. And it's not like we haven't been back at all. I've been back more than my husband has, but you know, even looking at Long Island City from Manhattan, I didn't even realize. It's like you can't comprehend until you're there, you know, like kind of staring up at all of them. But just wow. So anyway, really excited to see all the changes in the financial district, because it used to just be dead down here. If you guys are from New York, you know, it used to just be dead. Other than like Monday through Friday, you know, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., it would be deserted down here. And now it's really it's bustling all the time. I mean, not as crazy as like Midtown or something, but just different. So I'm excited to see it. You know, there was all this talk of, you know, really building up this part of the city after 9/11, and it, you know, things take a while. And now that it literally 24 years later, really feels like it's kind of like coming into its own. So anyway, I just put on the sensitive skin soothing care from Sisley, which is a really nice daytime moisturizer. And because it's high allergy season here in New York, I figured let me bring that, and it's really helped quite a bit. And my skin's been looking smooth, not irritated, thankfully. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'm going to just blow dry my hair. I don't think I'm gonna put makeup on because I am getting on a flight later, and I really don't like wearing makeup on planes. It just feels like a lot of the wrong stuff going on all at the same time, just like stuff on my face, the recycled air, the dryness or whatever. So I think I'm gonna leave my skin bare today. But I'm gonna dry my hair, get dressed, and get ready to go. Okay guys, all set for a trip to Printemps. I've got my little Chanel 22 mini, my Prada windbreaker, my Lily Silk, super old, it's like a camp shirt, my YSL pants, my Alaya flats. It's not too far away. So anyway, I just wanted to dress comfortably, which this outfit is. So let's head on out. We are on our way to the airport. We're just going over the Brooklyn Bridge now. But we had such a lovely time. Printemps, the French department store, was really, really lovely. So that was nice. I tried on those split toe Margiela's. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how I felt about them. I think they're cute. They're fun, but I'm like, am I gonna wear these? So anyway, I didn't purchase them. But we had a quick lunch at a deli, packed, kind of took our time. We had a late checkout at 4 p.m. So now we're on our way. Our flight is much later. But you know, traffic at this time sucks. And who knows how the security line will be at JFK. So anyway, we're heading back home. And I think we're both already missing New York.
Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, we missed you. Oh, you got a bow.